Hi, parents or other adults that are helping out my little readers right now. I just wanted to make a quick video to let you know about how the small reading groups work. Now, this is going to be far from perfect, and it's just going to be some trial and error. And at the end of the week, if you want to send me an email and let me know how things went, I would appreciate that. So, during the school week, we only have 3 days of small group reading. So, you'll only see 3 lessons sent to you each week. First thing is these lessons are going to be a little bit longer than the usual videos I send just because it takes a little bit longer to do a small group. So make sure when you attempt to do one of these videos that you're not tired and that your child's not tired. Also, it's okay to break it up into maybe 2 segments if you need to. If either one of you gets frustrated, learning to read can be difficult. So please be patient with your young reader. Real quick overview. Day one, what that looks like is it always starts with every lesson always starts with the phonemic awareness activity. So usually that has something to do with me saying a word and they tell me the sounds, or I say the sounds and then they blend them to make the word. Then on day one, they will get a new sound usually. So we'll talk about what that new sound is and what sound the letter makes. Then I will write some words on the whiteboard and they are supposed to sound out and read those words out loud. Then we get a new sight word. And so the way we do that is we read it, spell it, and read it 3 times. And it usually also helps if your child uses that sentence or uses that word in a sentence. It kind of helps stick it up there in their brain a little bit. Then we review the sight words. And usually I just pick the ones that are the tougher ones and for the first 2 days. And then on the third day, we review all of them. And then the book that they read on day one is actually the book that they read the week before. So they start off the week with a review book. And then at the end of the lesson, I will give them 3 words to write. The first 2 are words that they can sound out. And then the last one is always a sight word. At school, they would copy that sight word off the wall, the sight word wall. But since we don't have that available, I will just show them the card and then just ask them to copy the word onto their piece of paper. And that's an important skill as well. Day 2, we'll start off with a phonemic awareness activity where they listen and either give me sounds or tell me what word I'm sounding out. If there is another new sound, they'll get a new sound. I'll write words on the board for them to sound out and read. If there are more new sight words, they get those on the second day. And then we do the same read it, spell it, read it 3 times, use it in a sentence. We review all of the sight words that we know, or at least the ones that are problem sight words. And that's where this is going to be hard because in school, I know which ones they're struggling with. Then they get the new book to read. Now, the new book will be a struggle for some of them. Just be patient. Even I tell them at school, even if you only get the first 2 or 3 pages read, that's good enough for the first day, because sometimes that takes a lot of energy and a lot of mental ability just to sound out those words. If your child does come to a sight word they don't know, if you ask them to spell it out loud, or if you spell it out loud to them, a lot of times that will trigger that. If not, just go ahead and tell them the word. That's what I do at school. And then they'll have 3 words to write again. And then on day 3, that's usually the fastest moving day. There'll be a real quick phonemic awareness activity again. We'll go through all of the sounds cards that they have for their reading group. Then we'll do all of the sight words they have for their reading group. They'll read that book again that they had yesterday. And so if you didn't finish it on day 1, you can go ahead and read to the end of that. And then on day 3, they write a sentence for me. So each day you will need to have the appropriate book downloaded, or you can read it off the computer. And you will also need a pencil and a piece of paper or a whiteboard and a marker. So if you have any questions about any of these lessons, just do the best you can. We're all in this together. And thank you so much for helping your young reader learn how to read.